iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome, race fans, back tonight with the NSRA Sunday Select Series here at Talladega with the Gen 6 cars. These guys have been out here practicing for quite a little while now, and tonight's broadcast, I wanted to make sure I did mention, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Daniel Holloway, which is one of the drivers in here, sponsored tonight's race. So thank you, Daniel, for the sponsor. Appreciate that. Tune in tonight also for the I-State Series. That should be going on right at the moment here. And coming up tomorrow night, well, I didn't even spell that right, did I? Wow. The SRA Cup Series, and followed by the Extreme Motorsports 99 K&N Series. So that'll be coming up tomorrow night. All right, let's take a look at the weather here. We got cool temperatures here, 65 degrees, air temperature 67 degree, track temperature, overcast skies with only a 1 mile an hour wind out of the south. 75 laps we're doing here tonight. That's 200 miles. Tire window about 40 to 60 laps, and fuel window, they're only running 50% fuel, so it'll be about 14 to 18 laps here. More than likely around 15, 16, they'll be coming into pit road. And pit road speed, 55 miles an hour. All right, this is the last race of the regular season, folks. Next week starts the chase. So very important to get as high as in the points here tonight as you can possibly get. But coming into the top spot here in the points is Anthony Poston. Daniel Holloway close by. They're only 10 points back to him in second. Mark Mann, third, 15 points behind. Then it's a little bit of a jump back to fourth place, J.D. Crowe. He is 29 points back. Peter Bailey in fifth place, 40 points back. Chris Akers, sixth, 42 points behind. Jesse Unruh in seventh, 44 back. Sean Wilder in 8th, 51 points behind. Donald Bennett in 9th, 52 points behind. And Les Levy rounds out the top 10, 54 points behind the leader, Anthony Poston. Wayne?
In 11th place is John Johnson, 61 points back. 12th is Russell McCarron, 64 back. And tied for 12th is Michael Whitaker, 64 back. In 14th place, Tim Williams, 67 back. Matthew Grabelny is in 15th. He is 72 points back. Douglas R. Johnson in 16th. He is 75 back. Russell Hancock in 17th, 84 back. Daniel Harrington in 18th, 93 back. Stephen Herman 19th, 94 back. And 20th is J.R. Johnson, 98 points behind the leader.
All right, very good. Well, we do have a little bit of time here, so as we usually do, we talk about some of the super speedway racing and how important it is to make sure that you hold your line here, Wayne. I was just thinking about that here a few minutes ago. Maybe you can kind of inform the racers here just how important that is to hold the line.
Well, the aero package on this car creates a lot of dirty air. And what happens is the cars bumper to bumper, they tend to overheat if you stay right up on their bumper and push for too long. The way the air is ducted out the side of the car creates a bigger draft behind the car, but the cooling to the second, third, fourth car in line is very limited. When there's a second line on the outside, the cars want to suck down on each other, so you can't move down in side draft as close as you could a couple of downloads, a couple of builds ago when the air was a lot cleaner. But this big spoiler and the air that's vented from through the grill out the wheel wells of this particular aero package creates a lot of dirty air. And then when they get 3 wide, it's even more critical to stay in your lane, not get too close on the side draft, because the cars move around a lot. If you're watching them while they're practicing now, it's hard to keep the car. The front car is the only one that looks really stable. The cars behind him are moving left and right, and they're not turning the wheel. They're trying to go straight. But the dirty air moves that car so much, it's just unbelievable.
Well, hold on a second here. I just got a poke from somebody. Hold on. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant. trackless. The bomb busting in air. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free in the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free in the
All right, we're back, folks. Qualifying times, they are underway here for qualifying, so we're just waiting for times to come in.
Yes, we got a pretty big field tonight. Let me see how many entrants we have. 20, maybe 26, 27. And tonight is the last race of the regular season. We mentioned that earlier. After tonight, of course, everybody races next week. The top 12 in points go to the first round of the playoffs. Next week, 4 of those drivers of the 12 will be eliminated, and they will have 8 remaining drivers who go to the second week of the playoffs. That race, 4 more drivers are eliminated, and final championship week will be week 3 of the playoffs. And of those 4, the highest finishing driver in points will win the championship. So after tonight, really 3 more races remaining to determine the champion for the season. With these overcast skies tonight, and we're going to have some really fast speeds. The aero model has changed on iRacing. The damage model has changed a little bit. The quick repairs, if you don't use it, and there's optional repairs, it apparently only fixes the car to where you can get back out on the track, but it may not repair all the sheet metal damage. So with their fast repairs that they have, to try to save them and not use them if they have minor damage. So that could greatly affect the car if they don't use one and take a few seconds of optional repairs. It may not fix the car totally, and you may have to come back in the next caution and get those repairs fixed.
Yeah, I think, what do they have, one reset here tonight? I forgot to look.
Let me check.
I think it's one reset. Or maybe two.
2 fast repairs. So 2 resets to get the car fixed. And the new model, it does fix the sheet metal and the engine.
Yeah.
So if you hit the wall, crash, and blow the motor, one fast repair fixes everything. But once you use those 2, then you're down to having to sit in the pit several minutes and wait on the car to be fixed.
Yeah. Well, right now, David Anderson's got the pole.
Yeah, 52.021. They're tied.
Oh, Jesse Unruh. Yeah.
Jesse and David tied
it.
52.021. Oh, that's unusual. These guys in this league are such professional racers. It's just amazing. They race door to door. They push. They've got team members in the league. They can gang up 3 or 4 guys that are still running at the end. Yep. Can gang up on a smaller team and just pull a Joe Gibbs and finish 1, 2, 3, 4 like they did at Richmond last night.
I know it.
But folks, this is as close to going to the real racetrack as you'll ever get, and I hope you enjoy the race tonight. We got 22 that have taken a time.
Only 6 drivers not taking the time here tonight. J.R. Johnson, Todd Poston, Russell Hancock, Jason Kinzer, Ben Peterson, and Gary Whitmer Jr. All right, that'll do it for qualifying. We'll get everybody down here on the MaxSpeedTV starting grid. Jesse Unruh taking the pole with a 52.022, tying David Anderson's 52.022. So that was just amazing how those guys come out like that. Pretty cool. All right, in third, Mark Mann. John Johnson will start 4th. Brandon Herndon in 5th place. J.D. Crow 6th. Chris Akers 7th. Doug Johnson starting 8th. Russell McCarron 9th. And Daniel Harrington rounds out the top 10. Wayne, excuse me.
11th, we have Les Levy. 12th, Sean Wilder. 13th is Peter Bailey. 14th is Pondo Coe. 15th, Lynn McNeese. 16th is Chris Whitaker. 17th, Tim Williams. 18th is Donald Bennett. And 19th, Daniel Holloway. And rounding out the top 20 is Roy Grande in 20th.
All right, Stephen Herman 21st, Matthew Grabelny 22nd. Gary Whitmer Jr. will start 23rd. Ben Peterson 24th. Jason Kinzer 25th. Todd Poston, I think that's supposed to be 26th. Russell Hancock 27th. J.R. Johnson 28th. All right, so somewhere it skipped over a number there. Unless somebody joined at the last second. Sometimes that messes things up when they do that.
Yeah, it looks like DJ Mitchell came in there at 29th, but I don't know why I put him above the other guys.
I think DJ is actually, no, I shouldn't say it. I think he is admin. He is being the admin today, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on.
Well, Ben Peterson is the one that's been doing the command so far, and Stephen Herman as well. So I'm not sure who's our admin. But folks, they are gridding, getting ready to roll off here at Talladega in the final race of the regular season.
Yes, sir. Next week they'll start off with the back at Daytona for the first race of the season, and it's going to be 12 drivers will be eligible after tonight going into next week. So it's very important to try to stay up there in the top 12. And we've got some pretty close ones back there. Russell McCarron and Michael Whitaker are tied for that 12th position. So one of them two may make it in and one may not, or maybe they both won't. You know, we might see somebody slip by him there. Tim Williams is only 3 points behind him in that cutoff position. Matthew Grabelny's not far back either, only 8 points back. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the ones that are going to make it in. Now, I would say probably the top 4 or 5 are pretty much locked in, but from there on back, it's going to be a battle. So we'll see who's going to come out of here on top tonight. 12 drivers moving into next week's race at Daytona for the first race of the chase.
Rudy, bring us to the green. The lights are out on the pace car. It's all yours, buddy.
All right, we will do this. Yeah, 2 teammates on the front row. Look at that, man. Actually tying for time. We don't see that too often, but it happens enough, you know. It happens enough. All right, pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn down pit road. Getting ready to bring them all the way around the tri-oval here. It's a long ways around here before they do get the green. They have to wait and go on green here for the initial start.
Green, green, green.
All right, there we go. Green is out. Takes them a little while to get up to speed here. They'll be pretty close to a full lap before they see full speed, or at least coming out of turn 4 probably, down the front stretch before they hit the top speed. Unruh, good lead there. On the outside is David Anderson. And down the backstretch here, it's a drag race. Anderson with a pretty good push there from John Johnson. I don't know who's going to come out of here with the first lap lead.
191 miles an hour entering turn 3.
Yeah. But they'll get upwards of 200, so they really haven't reached their top speed yet. Probably not till they get about through the trial here and onto the front stretch. Yeah, they're up to 194. And Jesse Unruh collects a bonus point for leading the first lap. 195, 197 going into turn 1. So they've reached their peak right now.
Still 2 by 2. Everybody's staying pretty much lined up, which is smart. Get some laps under their belts and then start racing. $198 going into the turn there.
Yeah, they're booking. These guys are wound up now. They're booking. Don Johnson kind of drifts back a little bit there. Him and Dave Anderson on the high side. Chris
That's
Akers.
3 wide.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I seen that. Sean Wilder taking a look there. Didn't work out. Him and Chris Whitaker. Chris Whitaker not afraid to go 3 wide at any time of the race, whether it's lap 1 or the last lap. Doesn't matter. He is not afraid to do it. It's the only way you're going to make that pass. You know, you've got to be pretty aggressive. But it's early. They don't need to be quite so aggressive. Anderson now, again on the high side.
Jesse led lap 2, so we'll see who leads the next lap. They get a bonus point for leading the lap, correct?
Yes. Now, David Anderson has fallen out of the top 20, so he is really, it's not going to really benefit him. He's not going to be, lock himself into anything, but he did lead that lap, I do believe. Yes, he got a bonus point out of it. All right, let's go back here a little ways. Let's see, right behind. These guys have changed their numbers on their cars, and it kind of throws me off a little bit. Who is in the number 2 there? They've got a different number on their car, and I can't make that out. That's not JD Crow, is it? Not JD Crow?
No, I'm not showing a number 2 in the.
No, I know, but on it, cause see, they've got their numbers turned, or their, you know what I. Well, here comes Chris Whitaker on the outside. Look at this. It's got to be JD Crowe because I don't see a 17 in there. He's changed the number on his car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know how they can paint their own number on cars?
Right.
Now?
Yeah. Change the paint scheme, but not their iRacing number.
Right. Yeah. It throws my ticker off a little bit, you know. But now he's back to 7th now. Boy, these guys are really putting it on. Look at this battle here. Dave Anderson to the bottom.
3
Chris
wide.
Whitaker into the middle. Yes. Good job. Chris came
Comes
from
that Reese's car on the bottom.
Chris came from 16th, and he's already up in the front here, middle row.
Yeah, running in 5th.
Oh my gosh, 3rd. You're up. You ain't updated yet.
Yep.
And he just took 2nd. Good pusher. John Johnson's been able to push people to the front, but nobody's pushing him to the front.
Look at Daniel Holloway started 19th. He's running 8th.
I know it. Pretty amazing. I look for him to get up there. He keeps working little by little up there, closer to the front. Len McNeese is another one there. I was just watching him here. He's been staying pretty steady. He's not really letting anybody get by him. But Jason Kinzer comes from 25th to 13th. Wow, that's an amazing move right there.
Maybe Kyle Busch is driving that car.
I'm going to have a talk with JD Crowe. Why did he change his paint numbers? That kind of messed me up. I was trying to figure out who the number 2 is, and it's really not the number 2. It's the number 17. Oh, he's trying to get a run on the outside here, though.
I'll get the big push.
Yes, sir. Daniel Holloway up there giving him a big push.
Well, I'm showing 17 on JD's car from the blimp.
Not me. You probably don't have the paints turned on. The not trading paint. It's a check mark in the graphic section of iRacing that you can turn. I can't remember what they call that now. It's custom paint or something, custom numbers. I had to turn that on. One of the leagues that I broadcast for requested that I have that on. So,
all right,
yeah.
Let me check right quick. Thanks.
He's running a custom number. Yeah, if I shut it off, then it'd be different. But JD Crowe now to the lead as Chris Whitaker drops it clear to the bottom. And Chris Whitaker, wow, he's already led one lap, but man, look at this, coming from 16th to the lead. JD Crowe goes into the middle, right in front of John Johnson. Good company right there. Okay, he's just updated the trading paints again. I updated it again just to make sure. And yep, that is his number. But he's technically number 17. Yeah, those custom numbers really kind of throw everything off. David Anderson. Let's go back in the pack here a little ways. Todd Poston trying to come up through. He's our points leader. He started 27th, running in 16th. Yes, sir. And working with, it looks like he's working with Stephen Herman. Herman's another one coming from 21st to 12th. Guy's getting something working on that high side, trying to follow him behind Daniel Holloway and these guys up on the high side. Did that work? Wayne?
No, I'm not even showing that box in the options. That's weird. Got a little squirrely back there in the middle of the pack.
It's in there. It's in there. Custom numbers.
One more time.
Yeah, I can't look right now, but
that's fine.
Yeah. Chris Whitaker, David Anderson, good pushing. They should be about maybe 4 to 6 laps away from the first round of pit stop here. Jesse Unruh kind of got shuffled back a little bit here. Not in any danger, though. He was our pole sitter, got a couple laps led. Now he's falling in behind his teammate there, David Anderson, so they're good to go. J.D. Crow, high side there. It looks like John Johnson may have backed off a little bit. May have been getting hot. That's what I'm kind of thinking. He may have been getting super hot because he's been pushing everybody up there today. And John goes clear to the bottom there in behind Brandon Herndon, I do believe that is. Yes, or Russell. I can't make out which one it is. That's Brandon Herndon. Yep, Brandon Herndon in 8th place. So Doug Johnson into 12th. He's fallen from 6th or 8th to 12th, excuse me. Here comes Kinzer up on the high side. Like I said, started 24 or 25th. He's 14th. Everybody's pretty doggone good right now. Len McNeese goes all the way to the back of the pack. Back here working with Donald Bennett. Russell Hancock started dead last on the field, running in 16th right now.
Car on the apron down there.
Oh, yeah, who was that? Let's see who that was. Holloway to the lead. Is he going to lead this lap? Harrington's up there trying to make sure he doesn't, and Dan Harrington's going to grab a point. Very nice. Dan Harrington needs that point, I'm telling you. He is way back. He is 18th in the points, 93 points back. So I don't even know if a win here would be enough to help him tonight.
One and two's Daniel and Daniel. Look at all the people on the bottom. There's only 5 cars, 6 cars in the outside lane, and
yep,
everybody else.
Here they come.
Pit stops. Wow, here we go.
Holloway and Whitaker coming in. That was only 13 laps. Oh, we got a slider there. The 343, Russell Hancock. Oh my gosh, he hit Tim Williams and put Tim Williams into the wall. Whoa. Yeah, Tim Williams is going to have damage on a little bit of damage. I don't think it's going to be enough to warrant using a reset. At least I don't think so. But a lot of these guys come in. Chris Akers coming in. John Johnson in his pit stop. So, but they gave J.D. Crow,
Todd Poston,
J.D. Crow the lead. They'll be coming in this lap. Here they come. That's good. They got them off on a different pit sequence, you know. Well, they're coming in hot. And another spinner. Oh, no. J.D. Crow gets taken out by Dan Harrington. Oh, my gosh. Well, there's a reset. And, you know, what was it, 2 weeks ago, these guys raced, and their pit stops were phenomenal.
Didn't have a penalty, no speeding, no overshooting the pit box. It was great.
What happened?
The pressure's on. Points night. The finale here.
Well, and you know, and that's to the point right there. Those guys got enough damage on those cars. They're pretty much going to be forced to use a reset. Yeah, J.D. Crow used the reset. Yep. Trying to catch up with Dan Harrington here. He's still sitting on pit road, so he may... I don't know. He may just sit there and get that damage fixed. I don't know. But Russell McCarron comes off as the leader here, but he gets passed up by Daniel Holloway and Chris Whitaker. Those guys had a full head of steam coming out from pit road.
JD right now is kind of sitting there by himself. He needs to get hooked up with somebody.
Well, one we ain't talked about today, Pondo Co. He started 14th. He's running in the top 5 now, right behind Brandon Herndon. Those guys had a phenomenal pit stop. Russell McCarron, Brandon Herndon, Pondo Co., Jason Kinzer, Jesse Unruh, and Mark Mann. Those 5 or 6 right there, I guess, working together.
Well, JD and Les Levy are just out there all by themselves. They really need this cars behind them to catch them. There's about 3 cars lined up behind Les. Gary Whitmer Jr. and David Anderson, and so you got to have a dancing partner. Or
Yes,
they'll
sir.
just swallow you up here.
Well, I'm sure Tim Williams and Chris Akers are going to pick up Les Levy here in a minute, and then they should be able to catch up to J.D. Crow. So he'll be able to catch up to him, but he's going to be about 12 seconds behind that lead pack. That's just how much of a difference those pit stops were. Man, that's amazing. How much that changed.
Well, Matthew Grabelni's in 24th, and he's back by himself with no help for thousands of feet.
Well,
J.R. Johnson's behind him. So.
Big run here for Russell McCarron. He led a lap, so getting a good push here from Brandon Herman. And now there's only 2 cars on the bottom, and we got, 6 of them? Well, that just changed. Russell McCarron come down in front of Daniel Holloway. That's going to leave the upper line open for Brandon Herndon. Now, Brandon is another one. Let's see. Actually, Brandon got, I'm thinking, didn't he kind of get knocked out of the points? Yeah, he missed a race or 2 or something.
Yeah,
he actually got knocked out of the point. Yeah.
And that lead pack that was 29 cars is down to 8. There's 8 cars, and then there's a couple of guys in 9th and 10th behind them, which is Peter Bally and Ray Grande. They are 2 cars, and they are in the draft. They should be able to draft up to the pack here. If you're within 2 seconds and you've got 2 cars or 3 cars together and the pack in front of you is running too wide, there's such a huge draft that you can suck right up to them. And it took them less than a lap to catch them, and they were about 2 seconds back. So that draft really played big in them catching the leaders there. And Rudy from 10th back to 11th is 3.68 seconds. So the next group of cars is way back there. And then 15th on back is 14 seconds back. So they got scattered out all over this racetrack tonight. Well, it was the Rex on Pit Road. That's that second group. A lot of those guys were in that second group that pitted and spun out. And by the time they got organized and got in their pit boxes, that's how much time they lost. Yeah, they're really laying down some lap times here. At the strike that time, 194 miles an hour. Car coming out of the pits on the apron there. They're going to put somebody a lap down. Yeah, and lead a lot of laps. Oh yeah, we were talking with JD, and since the new build this past week, the cars overheat and they don't cool down as fast. So the only way to get them really cool is to duck out and have nobody at all in front of you. So you've got to change lanes. You can't back up. You can't run to the inside because most of the air that cools the engine comes on the right side of the car. So you'll see the guys on the bottom ducking out to the right to try to get a little air to cool off the radiator. Russell's the third car on the bottom, and Jesse's right behind him. They've dropped back a little bit so Russell doesn't overheat. And this is the last race of the regular season. Next week they start playoffs, and the top 12 in points after tonight's race make it to the first round of the playoffs. The next race is Daytona. 4 of those drivers will be eliminated down to 8 drivers. The following week, the 8 reduced to 4, and they will race for the championship in week 3 of the playoffs. Let's hope they don't spin out like they did last time. Those top 12 cars are single file on the bottom. That is rare with this one. Wow. Oh my goodness. No help. Yep. Must be teammates. So 3 cars of that 12 pitted together. If they cannot have a penalty and get out together, they'll be in pretty good shape. And here comes some of the guys that were out of that lead pack. 3 more cars to pit road. Oh yeah, there's a fine line, and he was right on it. Looked like everybody took 4 tires. JD just pitted. JD took right sides only. Man, it is. Well, you said it earlier. This is some of the best speedway racers in iRacing, and they do a great job. And the more cars in the pack, the quicker you're going to be to draft up. So. Well, you know, and with 50%, whoa, almost, Jesse almost got turned there. That was scary. With only 50% fuel, there's no strategy by short pitting, because everybody's got to pit every 12, 13, 14 laps. And, you know, the only place you're going to make up time is entering and exiting pit road. And trying to get in there too hot proved disastrous on that first pit stop. But we're 3 wide at the stripe. Look at Russell pushing Jesse. They're going to settle back into 2x2 there, I think. Well, 8 cars in that lead draft. That's what we had earlier, and then that pack behind them caught them, so they back down to those same 8 for some reason. And especially when we've got really 2 groups. Half of them are pitting on one lap, the other half are pitting on the next lap. So, but you're right, 14 seconds out, it's almost going to take a caution to get everybody bunched back up. So. With this aero package, not really. The fastest group's going to be a single line as close together as they can get to run down the cars running too wide. Whoa, wreck. The lead pack.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, the outside, the blue car came down and hit Russell, knocked him into the pit wall, inside wall. The purple car behind 131 hit him and spun him. It's like the 131 pulled out to get some air, which slowed him up, and when he came back down in front of the 11, he just hit him in the back and wiped him out. Russell McCarron's car is in bad shape. Remember, Sean was sitting in the pits getting some repair and not using a quick fix. So Daniel Holloway led that pack on the pit road. See how many tires he takes. Right sides only. Hondo Co took right sides only.
I do, Rudy. Hey, how's it going? I tell you, I feel like I got a really good car tonight. It's got a great setup on this track. The track temps are cool. The tire wear's not bad. The ass end's not getting light, so I feel like we're pretty good. I figured that they would take tires, so I did. I don't know. I figured I'd take tires this last time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I got Les Levy and Roy Grande, Checker Flag Motorsports, and working with them tonight. And I think Les Levy's due for a win and a good finish to get into the chase. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I got 2 wins. Yes. Yep. Meet the minimum requirements and get a win. Yeah, he definitely needs a good finish tonight, and I'm hoping to see him here at the end with me. And I'm hoping I'll be there at the end. That's usually a big question mark.
Yeah, I know it. All right, well, we'll let you go, Mark. Congrats on working your way up through the field. Stay at it, and good luck for the rest of the race.
Thanks, Rudy and Wayne and MaxSpeedTV.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, sorry, I had my mic muted. Golly, man. Why do I do that? Because I need to cough or sneeze or something, and I forget to unmute it. How stupid. I don't want to sneeze in you guys' ear. My allergies are in full bore right now, believe me.
We are back live.
Yeah, we are back live. Dang it.
And we are sorry if you missed Mark's interview.
Well, they heard him, but they just didn't hear me.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good. You don't want to hear me anyhow. All right, so Holloway second, Chris Whitaker's third, John Johnson fourth, Jesse Unruh fifth, Doug Johnson sixth, Len McNee seventh, Todd Poston eighth, Chris Akers, ninth place, and JD Crow rounds out the top 10. And it looks like JD may have got that. Yeah, he got that car fixed up, so he's good to go now.
Yep, the guys came out there with the hammers and the ball bats and everything and beat the sheet metal out.
Yeah, they did. Well, I noticed, let's see, that's Dan Harrington right ahead of him. Now, Dan Harrington, he's going to get back on the lead lap. But the thing of it is, he's going to have to pit in about 4 or 5 laps. He stayed out there to get back on the lead lap. I don't know, he must be hoping maybe for a quick caution here.
Well, with the track is so big, if he gets the wave around and really screams around the track, he could run in, get the fuel, probably won't have time for tires, dump a can of fuel, and catch back up to the field before they go green. So
yeah,
that's a possibility.
Yep.
I understand that iRacing for next year may be working on segment racing like we have in the real NASCAR.
Yes, sir.
So you can schedule how many laps the segments are and get the top 10 get points, just like in the real world. One of the programmers told me that's a real nightmare, but they're working on it, looking at it. That'd be pretty cool. Break the race up. You know you're going to have a caution, at lap 40 or 50. And, all right, he just got the wave around. Let's see what he does.
Yep. Keep an eye on him and see if he comes in and tops that tank off, because, well, he don't want to have to stop in 4 or 5 laps, and fuel up, and then he's going to be out there by himself. He'll go right back a lap down.
Yeah, he's in 23rd, taking the wave around. I've got him on from the chopper here. We'll let you know what he does.
Well, Wayne, you want to get him going this time?
Rudy, you go ahead and do it, because I'm
right.
I'm on the other camera here.
All right.
A couple of guys did get black flag on those last pit stops.
Ooh.
He did not pit. He went around. He's behind the pack. So he did not go to the pits. He's catching up to the pack now.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't, man. Yeah, because he's going to be, he's probably going to have to come in about the next 4 or 5 laps and get fuel. Unless he's hoping for a quick caution here. I bet you them second and third groups are really glad that caution come out, because now they're all bunched back up together again.
Yep, and we've got 36 laps to go. So Russell McCarron's back there at the back, so that he must have had a really slow pit stop. Of course, he had to get fixed. He was in that wreck.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Back to green, folks. All right, pace car in. Heading in. Once we get going here, Wayne, we're going to do a little crank it up. How's that? That's the best time to do it.
Sounds great. Make some noise.
catch him on the backstretch here.
They almost had a wreck in the back. The bottom lane all of a sudden jammed
Green,
up.
green.
Oh, there we go. Back to green. Holloway with a good start. All right, let's do a little crank it up here, Wayne. All right, bunched up here in the front. Oh my gosh, Holloway in the middle. Jesse Unruh on the bottom, and up on the high side, Todd Poston, our points leader, working with Chris Akers. Look at this, Wayne, this is crazy up here.
They must have eaten some of those Reese's peanut butter bars and got a real charge. They're coming on the outside.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm surprised that Akers and Holloway aren't together there, but they may get together because they're in that Candy Shack Motorsport. Candy Shack Motorsports team. And Poston's trying to get a lap lead here. Now, I'll tell you, if Akers don't blow that motor up, push him. Oh, bumper hook!
Oh,
Bumper hook! Oh, this is the big one. This is the big one. Oh,
8, 10 cars, 12. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, bumper hook right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Let's go take a look here. Oh my gosh, it was a bumper hook by Akers, which we don't normally see a bumper hook from Akers. But Poston may have wiggled just enough. It looked like Akers was kind of maybe trying to ride on that right rear to get air in the radiator, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he stuck out to get a little bit of air.
Yep, and right there he hooks them and puts them into the wall. What the heck? Oh my gosh, and man, I'm telling you, there is some tore up cars. Okay, what? Here we go. Oh my, slow motion wasn't working. Huh. Well, let's go back one more time here and take a look at this because I don't know why that did not work. Let me get on here with Chris Akers. And we'll try to follow him now down the backstretch before they get into turn 3 here. But that's what it looked like. He was trying to maybe stay there on that right rear a little bit and getting air in that rate. Oh, he got bumped there from
the 22
John
and the 4 got bumped. Yeah, the 22 and the 4 came together.
Yes, sir. Looks like that 22 may have got into the back of Todd Poston right there. That's exactly what happened. Yes, sir.
22 hooked the 31, and that was what it was. It was so close.
Looked like Akers was going to go to the outside, hoping that Todd was going to keep going down, but it didn't work out for him. So now we got the real picture of what happened. Oh my gosh, everybody's coming to pit road. Everybody's on pit road. Holy smoke.
A lot of damage. Chris
Yes,
Akers
sir.
used his fast repair, and he's putting right side tires on. And lefts. He's taking
And
4.
left. Yep, taking 4. Good deal. And it looks like he's just going to sit there and get what little bit of damage. Nope, he's out of there. Okay.
And
Well,
Russell McCarron is using long fix. He is not using the quick repair.
Yep.
He's sitting in his pit box.
Well, that puts Daniel Holloway into the lead here.
Russell Hancock's car is damaged. He's also sitting on pit road in the 343.
Oh my. Well, it's going to be a bad night for Russell McCarron. If he does not get that fixed, he will not be able to get back out there. And it looks like Harrington may have got a black flag here. He's going back. Oh man. Yeah, I think there might have been a black flag there for Dan Harrington. All right, well, who are we going to talk to here? We'll talk to Holloway? Tell you what, let's see if we can get a word in with John Johnson. He's the one that kind of bumper hooked him there a little bit. Let's see if we can get him up here, if I can find him. There he is, got him. John Johnson, you got a copy?
Hey, I got a copy, Rudy. How you doing?
Good, brother, good. Well, it looked like you might have kind of drifted up the hill a little bit there and got into the back of Todd Poston a little bit. Just one of them deals, the wash up into the corners like that. Is your car okay?
I guess so, man. I didn't even see any contact come across my screen, so I didn't even know I had done that. If I happen to get into Todd, I sure apologize. He's a good buddy of mine, love running with him, so it's
Well, please
I feel
don't-
bad if I did that.
Well, please don't take what I'm saying, as exactly what happened, because it's just that we looked at it and it looked like us, to us, looked like that maybe you got into the back right corner panel, but I didn't get right down in deep and look at it, but it was just a racing incident. If it was, I mean, I'm sure Todd knows that you didn't do it on purpose, But well, how's the race going for you out there tonight, John?
Real good tonight. Been able to keep it up front for the most part. Pits are still a little slow getting off of there. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing there exactly and losing a little bit of spots. But these cautions have brought us back up to the front. So I guess we'll see what happens here.
Well, very good. I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty exciting race out here. Thankfully, that first caution come out because everybody was so spread out around the track, 14, 15 seconds behind. And then when that caution come out, that got everybody bunched back up together. So, let's see, where are you at in the points, John? You're not in. Oh, you're 11th. So you're kind of almost. You need a good win here, don't you? Or a good finish. Let me put it that way.
I need a good finish or a good win. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm looking to do. Trying to make sure I can, staple my way in the chaser.
Yeah, maybe keep yourself in the top 5 today. It'd be good points day for you. So, all right. Well, guys, go back to Daytona next week for the first round of the round of 12. So, are you excited about that?
I'm always excited to come out here and run with the NSRA, man. I love the super speedway tracks, and we always have a real good time doing it. So, I'm excited for sure.
Very good.
And if you get time, Rudy, you want to take a look at the front end of my car, tell me if you see anything on it. That'd sure help out, because I didn't know I got any damage on it.
Well, I probably really shouldn't do that because that's kind of cheating, but I can look at it for you, I guess. I don't. If I get yelled at for it, I'm going to blame you. No,
Yeah,
I don't.
I understand.
I don't see any damage. I see nothing. Do you see anything, Wayne? Wayne?
Nothing but some rubber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
10-4.
And quite possibly, you got so close it could have been a little net code,
yeah.
but there's no damage to your right front fender at all.
Yeah, guys, well, look, I appreciate it. And again, Todd, I'm sorry if I got into you there, buddy. We'll get to the end of this thing.
Okay, buddy. Well, good luck out there the rest of the race, John.
Thanks, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Yeah, I don't usually like to do that because that's kind of cheating, really, if you think about it, you know, because the other drivers don't know how their cars are, you know. You know, unless they're talking to a driver saying, hey, do I got any damage on the front or something, you know, but.
Well, yeah, they do that all the time during the race so that, you know, they give each other information. And, well, that'll be his pay for joining us in the booth.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go. Back green, folks. Lights are out. And looks like it's going to be Daniel Holloway, Jesse Unruh on the front row. Chris Whitaker, John Johnson, David Anderson, Mark Mann, Glenn McNeese, Peter Bailey, Les Levy now up into the top 10, and Gary Whitmer Jr., 10th place. Good job for Gary, man. Good to see him up here now after starting 23rd.
We still got 23 cars on the lead lap, and Pondo Cove is the last car on the lead lap in 23rd. Daniel Harrington took that wave round. He's 22nd.
Very good. Brandon Herndon, a lap down. Donald Bennett and Sean Wilder, 3 laps down still. Jason Kinzer out of the race. Dang, hate it. I hate it for Jason. I like to see that car out there. I call that the, Gravedigger. Because of the colors on it.
That's it.
Purple and green Gravedigger car, yep. It's like the Gravedigger. But it's, I think it's, what is it, Mission 22 or, I don't know, some benefit thing that he has. Mission 22 or something, I think.
Got Mark Mann, the 3rd car on the outside. This is going to be a good restart.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Mark Mann already locked in, but hey, a win's a win, right?
That's right.
All right, pace car heading in. Daniel Holloway. Ready to bring these guys to the green.
Boy, that inside line is long with all the cars a lap down and the wave rounds.
Yes, it is.
That puts you at a huge advantage to be that far back on the bottom line, single file.
I know it. All right, here we go. Back to green. And next week, folks, we'll have the chase drivers out there, 12 of them bidding for that championship. Oh, my God. It's getting down to it here. The guys are really getting at it after it now. Len McNeese, 6th place. John Johnson there behind Jesse Unruh right now. And we don't want to see any more of that bumper hooking by anybody out there. Man, I don't know. We don't know what the deal was there. You know, I'm not trying to say that was John's fault at all. I'm not saying that, though. Because John's a good guy. He would no way do that for, you know, intentionally or anything. It just looked that way to us. Chris Whitaker gonna lead that lap. I think. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Looks like Jesse led it by 1/100th of a second.
Jesse?
I'm sorry.
Chris Whitaker.
Chris. Yeah, Daniel was second.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. High side. We're getting Chris Akers and company up there. Brandon Herndon. All up there working together. Sean Wilder's up there with them. Now, Sean's many laps down. And boy, he has not been able to get any of them laps down. Man, unbelievable, you know?
Well, they don't have the lucky dog in this league, and if you don't stay out on the pit stops and get the wave around, then you just got to race your way back up there.
Whitaker, Unruh, and Johnson on the high side. No other help up there at the moment. We've got some guys coming up behind them. Mark Mann kind of falls back a little ways there. They're starting to close up, him and Peter Bailey. And on the outside, Chris Akers. These guys trying to get up there and make it 3 wide. They are 3 wide back here. 49 in the middle there. 49 of Gary Whitmer. Great night for him.
26 laps to go. 26 to go.
Yep, and they'll have to make one more pit stop here, folks. They're about halfway through this fuel run right now. Pretty close to halfway.
Just a Sunday drive at 197 miles an hour.
I know it. Yeah, that's right up your alley, ain't it, Wayne? You love this stuff.
Oh, it is.
Man, Mark, man, good run up there. Chris Akers still trying to make something happen on this high side. And, man, they are getting a run. Look at this run he just got. Holy smokes.
Wow, that outside line is coming.
Whoa, man. He
And
just went from
three of
about,
them.
yeah, he just went from about 7th to 3rd right there in just a few hundred feet. Holy smokes, man. This is crazy.
And a little side draft is some great pushing.
Yes, sir. Brandon Herndon gave him a great shove there. Three wide here's a lot more friendly than doing three wide at Daytona. And next week they go to Daytona for the first race of the chase for the round of 12. And I don't know how much three wide we'll see there. Maybe a little bit, but it's highly unlikely. It can be done, and these guys are good enough that they can do it. It's just
three wide with this aero package is scary.
It is.
Really is scary.
Very scary. Yes, sir. Whitaker right in the middle. This is good stuff right here, right now, man. I'll tell you, all these cars bunched up together doing almost 200 miles an hour. Yes, sir.
Going
Good
down
stuff.
the back stretch at 198.
Man, this is nut. 199 right there, going into turn 3 at 199. Chris Whitaker was. Holy smokes, man, that's moving.
John Johnson's in the middle, the third car back, and 3 by 3. The first 12 cars are 3 wide.
Trying to find Russell McCarron. He's trying to get caught back up here to the back of Sean Wilder. He's gaining a little ground, but boy, he sure could use a little help up there too. And that'll make 4 of them up on the high side, Wayne. That's going to give them a little more power.
Yep, coming up on the high side. Whoa, that little check up on the bottom. Got a little bumper pushing going on there. That was close.
Well, hey,
77.
Becky Whitmer in there, rooting for Gary. Gary's back in 13th right now, mired into this pack. This is nuts.
Yeah, JD checked up. The 77 got in the back of him. And of course, the car behind him had to check up. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's how stuff happens so quick like that. Following Les Levy. And they're starting to get a little more too wide up here at that upper line. I would say probably Brandon might have got a little hot right there from pushing Chris Akers and probably had to back off a little bit.
And these drivers, the reason they're so good is they understand that if a car that's being pushed in the bottom pulls up to the top, when he pulls up, his car is going to slow down. So if you don't get out of the gas, you're going to run over him.
Right.
And these guys understand that better than any of the iRacers that run the Speedway Series, because they do it every week.
Yep.
And the same thing, you know, few weeks ago we had a race. Remember who guy was leading? Whichever lane was coming fastest, he would go up in front of them.
Yeah.
And he led a bunch of laps in a row. Well,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good, but it's very dangerous, because if they're coming too fast, they either got to switch lanes or hit you. So
You know, I'm thinking.
Catch 22.
Okay, we're gonna have to pit here in about the next 3 laps. I don't know if there's gonna be guys that are gonna try to stretch us enough to make it on one more pit stop, because I don't know if they're gonna be able to make it on one more pit stop. It's gonna be so close. Now we do have how many green white checkers? I forget. 2.
Let me look.
2 green white checkers, I think. But that's another thing too that they got to think about too. Going into green white checkers, if they don't have enough fuel and you have to pit, you're going to give up that track position, and that's going to hurt. If you don't see it, then they don't have green white checkers.
No, they don't. It's not in there.
I was thinking that they did. Okay. Well, it's turning out to be pretty good here. Len McNeese, man, he has come from back in the pack and running up here in 7th place. It's an excellent run for Len McNeese. Now, the one I've been kind of watching is Les Levy. Les Levy's kind of, he needs a great finish here today. He's 54 points behind the leader, and not far back is John Johnson, Russell McCarron, Chris Whitaker. And look at this on the high side. Look at this big run. Chris Akers clear to the bottom.
Wow, it got 3 lanes.
Holy smokes, man.
That scared me, and I'm not even on the track.
Well, I was going to say he dumped off his teammate, but he really didn't, because Brandon Herndon was only helping him up there, him and Sean Wilder. But they're both, Brandon Herndon, let's see, Brandon's 24th place, a lap down, and Sean Wilder's 3 laps down in 26th. Oh, we got a caution. Oh my gosh, we got a big one here. Let's go see what happened. We've got a big one. I'm riding here with Roy Grande. He was caught up in it, so it probably happened just ahead of him somewhere. Car's wiggling around a little bit here.
Oh, right there, Russell McCarron.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like he had contact, maybe. I'm riding here real slow with him. Oh, he's going to come up into Gary Whitmer? Is that what I'm seeing? No. No, they all... Oh, no, Gary kind of come down into him, it looks like. And that's going to collect all 3 of them guys into it. Oh, my gosh.
Yep, Gary came down into the 23, got JD, the 77. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Gary Whitmer coming down. We'll go back. Let's go back here and take another look at it from a different angle and see maybe if there might have been some contact there between Gary Whitmer and Russell McCarron. I do not know. Let's see. Going along here slow. You know what? It looks like Russell McCarron might have got into Gary Whitmer. Yeah.
Yep, he did. He came up into the
3 wide lane. Right there.
Yep,
yeah.
3 wide.
So that's going to take all 3 of these guys. Gary Whitmer might be okay. I don't know. He might be okay to continue.
And they're probably going to give Russell an EOL for that one.
Oh, man. Yep. Well, Roy Grande is going to get caught up in it. And the number 99 there. Yep. We got a lot of guys here. Donald Bennett caught up in it. Who is the 99? That is Tim Williams.
The leaders are pitting. The leaders are pitting. Chris Akers is taking everybody to pit road.
Well, this should put them in the window here. Well, yeah, it's going to be real close. You got to think about a couple laps here under caution. And
that's going to have 15 to go or 14 to go when they take green.
Yeah. And that's right on the edge of the window of pit stop, so.
Wow.
Man.
This is going to be good. Well, it'll pop up on the screen at the end if they require one. So we.
Yep. Well, Russell Hancock stayed out to lead a lap. But Russell is back 17th in the point. So, see where is he at? We can find Russell Hancock. We always seem to get the wrong one. We have a Russ and a Russell, and I don't see Russell in here.
It looks like the 30's gonna stay out and take a wave around.
Russell. Here, let's see if we can get Chris Akers up here then. Chris Akers, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Lynn.
Man,
Yes, sir, I do.
I can't say that you're locked into the chase yet. Are you?
Yes, sir, I am.
Oh, you are in with a win, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many green white checkers do they have here?
We should have 2 TWCs for tonight.
Okay, because I asked DJ and he wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3. He kept going 2. No, 3. No, maybe 2. I'm not sure. I think it's 2.
It gets a little confusing sometimes, but
Yeah.
we should have 2.
All right. Well, I know you've went through a lot out here today, and how's that hotline working? Because we've seen you got up there and worked with Brandon Herndon and Sean Wilder, and you guys motored on by and you cut it down 2 lanes down to the bottom, and at least you got a couple laps led.
Yes, sir. It's working great tonight. If I can get the right drivers up at the top, that third line works perfect. I'd like to stay up there all night and run it, but I know it's going to be a tough task with this lower line.
Yeah. Well, we know that's kind of, if you're down on the low line, you get boxed in down there too easy, so I really don't like the low line. I like the middle lane if anything, but are you going to have a teammate up here working with you?
Yeah, I got 2 or 3 teammates sitting up here working with me. I got Chris Whitaker and Daniel Holloway, and we made that front row work all night long, so we're setting up pretty good for a good finish.
Very good. Well, congrats on locking yourself in. I kind of forgot about that, but good luck out here for the rest of the race.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, folks. If you want something to drink, get it now, because you are not going to want to leave the end of this race.
Yeah, and with 2 green white checkers, these guys don't have enough fuel to make it. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't think they're going to have enough. Because if you remember, they were only getting about 13 laps on a tank of fuel. Well, they've already got 2 under caution. So now that's
equivalent to 1 green flag.
Yeah, so, that's going to cut them down to 12. I don't know. We're going around for the 3rd time here, so, and they should get the 1 to go here. So, they are going to be so close on gas. Is anybody going to take that chance? You know what I would do if I was in the back of the field? I'd top the tank off. I would. Then I know I can make it.
Yeah, even you'd be at the back of the pack, but you'd have that insurance that you have the fuel to get there.
Because everybody else is going to be so close on fuel, we probably see somebody run out of gas, or going to have to duck onto pit road and maybe just take a splash and go,
It's going to be exciting.
Yes, it is. There ain't no getting around that, buddy. Oh, boy. I can't wait to see how this is going to end up. All right, lights are out. We're going back green. We're going to have 12 to go. Yep, 12 to go when we get the green. And I think these guys are going to be really super close on fuel. Did anybody stop? Yeah, a couple of them did stop. J.D. Crow, Russell McCarron. The back part of the field did stop. Look at that. Donald Bennett, Sean Wilder, they come in. That could be a smart move. Yes, sir. That could be a smart move. We'll see how that strategy plays out.
Yeah, Donald Bennett, J.D., Brandon, I think. So, wow.
Yes, sir. Gonna be fun. Who's ready for a great finish here at Talladega tonight? This is gonna be awesome. Gary Whitmer is back in 18th in this restart. For Becky's benefit there, he's back in 18th, but he's okay.
Well, our big mover of the night right now is Daniel Holloway, who started 19th. He's going to restart in 4th position.
Yeah, look for him to get up there. He's working with they got the Candy Shack guys working together now, him and Chris Akers.
Well, hey, I take that back. Russell Hancock started 27th, and he's leading the race.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So Russell gets the biggest mover award to this point. Wow, 27th of 1st.
Now, he definitely does not have enough fuel because he's got 2 more laps on that tank of fuel than everybody else. He did not pit. All right, pace car getting ready to head in. This could be the final restart, folks, but we've got 2 green-white checkers to settle it out if we need to.
Crowd's on their feet.
Yes, they are.
Green, green, green.
And green is out. We're underway here. 12 laps to go, folks. Is there going to be somebody that's going to run out of gas here before we get to the end? We don't know. Whitaker powering right up behind Russell Hancock. David Anderson. Oh, Whitaker goes to the outside.
Pulled up there in front of the Reese's
teammate
car. Look out.
That could have been a strategy that they're playing for right now, because look at this. They got 3 teammates working together now.
Did he just dip his chocolate in peanut butter?
I think he did. Yep, he got peanut butter in his chocolate. Oh my gosh, Chris Whitaker coming around the outside. Russell Hancock saying,
one car on the outside is dropping back like a rock. I don't know what happened there.
Oh man, who is that? Doug Johnson. Doug Johnson going backwards quick. Goes to the back of the field. Brandon Herndon back on the lead lap. And we were saying a while ago here, we didn't think he'd be able to get back on the lead lap, and here he is. Oh, not out of the realm of possibility of him bringing home a good win here tonight, or a good finish, I should say. Where is Todd Poston? Todd back in 10th. He's our points leader.
Boy, a lot of wiggling around going on.
Yep. Whitaker goes to the bottom. That leaves all 3 of the Candy Shack Motorsports guys up here 1, 2, and 4 right now, the way they're sitting. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy here. 10 to go. Dwayne. Why do I keep wanting to call you Dwayne? I guess I work with Dwayne on Friday nights and Wayne on Sundays, right? Sorry about that, Wayne.
That's all right. I'll answer to anything.
Okay. Just don't call you too late for dinner, huh?
That's exactly right. 2 by 2 by 2. They are lined up.
Man, I'm telling you.
Whoa!
Wiggle! Jesse Unruh, big wiggle there.
Mark got into the back of Jesse, and then behind him a big wreck.
Todd Poston. Oh. Well, this just locked it in that everybody can make it on fuel now, I think. Let's go back and take a look here and see what happened. I don't know if Todd got bumper hooked there or if he checked up, because Jesse Unruh was getting kind of wiggly. Let's see what happened here. He's got Tim Williams right behind him.
Well, Mark got into the back of Jesse, and then he had to check up. The car behind Mark got
with
trouble.
Todd Poston, yeah. Oh, right there, yeah, okay. Yep, and boy, Todd had a good. Oh, Todd got hit from behind by Tim Williams. Tim, when these cars are like that, you can't see, with that big spoiler, and that just, man, that got Todd Poston all out of shape there with that little bump from Tim Williams, and he's going to come down. Almost got into the side of Les Levy, Peter Bailey, but he goes back up, collects Tim Williams. Those two hard into the wall. Oh man. Well, let's hope our points leader's got a reset left.
Yeah, the 99 hit Todd really hard.
Now, I would think, this is what I'm thinking, if everybody come to pit road right now, topped out their tanks, that way they got enough fuel guaranteed to make it to the through the green, white checker. What do you think?
Well, that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Cautions breed cautions, and this is an important race. Those guys on the bubble and right there near it, they need a good finish.
Chris Whitaker does not want to give that position up, though.
Wow.
Boy, Todd's car is just destroyed. See the fuel cell in the back, all the sheet metal in the back of his car is missing.
He's got to come to pit road and get that looked at. Russell McCarron, Matthew Grabellini, Tim Williams, of course. These guys all come in. Oh, man, I'm telling you, that is horrible, horrible wreck right there. They did not want to see that. Gary Whitmer. Todd Poston looks like he had a reset. He's back off of pit road.
Well, we told you it was going to get exciting, and it did.
Yes, it did. All right, well, let's see if we can get. Okay, I can't find Russell Hancock. He's not in here. So let's see if we can get Brandon. Let's get Brandon Herndon up here. He's way back in the pack. Brandon Herndon, you got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I got you.
Well, you're back in it here now. Chance for a win. What's your thought?
Hey, look, if you're on the lead lap, you got a shot at it, right?
That's right.
We battled from some problematic situations early, but
yep,
give it everything we got from here.
Yeah, you were a lap down there, and now it looks like you may have still just a little bit of damage on the car. Did you not have a reset lap?
Yeah, we used both of them pretty early. That last caution, I got in the back of Herman just a little bit, but his bumper didn't look too bad, so I figured we wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's got a little crinkle there on the left front corner, but other than that, it looks okay. Maybe the splitter's got a little damage, but I think you'll be all right maybe in the draft. Do you have anybody, a teammate you're working with back here? JD Crow's back
yeah,
here.
you ever heard of Brandon Herndon in the 131? We're working with him, trying to get to the front.
What?
No, man, it's all out the window right now. I think most of the guys are up there. I know Dave and Jesse's up front, I believe, and Pondo's mid-pack. So, man, we'll just have to see how it shakes out from here, honestly.
Well, JD Crow's back there behind you, so you guys could probably get hooked up together.
Hey, we'll take it to the top.
Well, there you go. Hey, good luck out there the rest of the race, Brandon. I wish you guys the best of luck, man. Need it.
Need it bad, yeah. I appreciate you, Rusty. I appreciate you, Rudy.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
You do sound a little like Rusty Wallace.
Rusty? Rusty, huh? Gosh, I haven't seen him in a long, long time. I met him up in Michigan one year. That's been, I'll
have to tell you a story about Rusty and I at Darlington last year.
Early 90s. Late 80s, early 90s when I met him up in Michigan. We had complimentary tickets to the Miller tent, and he was cooking hot dogs and hamburgers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. He was one of the cooks.
Wednesday the 25th, Rusty, I believe, is going to rappel 100 feet from the top of the Embassy Suites across from the Hall of Fame down to the Boulevard.
Wow.
Along with Tom Jensen and a bunch of people. They had a fundraiser for NASCAR Children's Charities. And if you raise $1,500, you got to rappel. They call it Over the Edge. And it starts at 9 a.m. Wednesday morning, the 25th, at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. But they're rappelling from the roof of the Embassy Suites down to Martin Luther King Boulevard there on the sidewalk. So if you're in the Charlotte area, join us Wednesday morning at the Hall of Fame. And if you come up, I'll be there taking pictures. I'll give you a complimentary ticket to the Hall of Fame and take you on a tour.
Awesome. You still get to do that, though, huh? Even though you're retired.
Yeah, my new job is interfering with my playtime, but I took Wednesday off.
Well, I don't know if Lori Akers is still in chat. Lori, you still there? Haven't seen her in quite a while. Chat's been kind of dead tonight. Nobody's been saying anything. Wow. Been quiet.
Been an exciting race. They're speechless.
I guess, yeah. Well, they got their popcorn. They're probably eating popcorn, watching this, you know, and maybe they've just kind of forgot about chatting. Or they've got it blown up to full screen. You know, we are in 1440p. You blow that up to full screen, it should look crystal clear.
That's right.
So when you blow it up to full screen, you can't see chat. Well, the lights should go off. We're going to have, looks like we're going to have 5 to go, I think. Yeah, 5 to go when we get the green.
5 laps to go. I tell you what, Rudy, let's do this. For the first playoff round, let's give away another signed autograph, the hero card from Bobby Allison next week.
All right.
First playoff race. And all you have to do is log into chat, say, I want the Bobby Allison card. You have to type that in. I want the Bobby Allison card. And we'll take all those names. With about 25 laps to go, I will pick a winner, and we'll announce it before the race is over so we can get your address, and I'll drop it in the mail to you.
Next week, folks. Next week for a chance. Yeah, nobody is talking in chat. Wow. Okay.
Well, there's no NASCAR race to be watching, so it should be with us. Oh, this is going to be good.
Okay, Ryan says he's going to switch to full screen now. Nobody's chatting. All right, here we go, folks. This could be it. 5 laps to go, but we do have 2 green-white checkers to go through, so the race might not be over yet. It's going to be survival out there because these guys are going to get awful rambunctious.
And that front row is Chris Whitaker leading, Russell Hancock second. They started 16th and 27th on the night. Take it away.
Something? Man. Yes, sir. What a run.
The 41 and the 343, duking it out.
Yes,
with
sir.
Reese's at the 4 and the 44 behind them, and the 12 and the 84. So look out. It's game on.
Ace car heading to pit road. Could be the final time. If we can get to the white flag, it'll be over. I don't know. I think we're going to see some 3 wide up here. We got just enough laps for them to organize a 3rd line. So let's see if that happens. Now, Chris Akers was saying he likes to be up on the 3rd lane, but here he is boxed in on the bottom. So he's probably going to push Chris Whitaker really hard here. Ace car, yeah, he is green. Oh, man, that didn't work out too good because Dave Anderson shot Russell Hancock right out of there.
On that outside line, accordioned up, and they got bogged down in the back.
Yep. Chris Akers not right up on Chris Whitaker. So Chris and Chris, and here comes Daniel Holloway helping out Chris Akers. And like I said, they're boxed in, and Len McNeese goes to the outside to make it 3 wide. Yes. Not led yet today, Len McNeese. And Len is not in the top 20 here. But that doesn't matter. He can at least get up there and lead a lap, and that robs a lap away from one of the chase drivers or one of the guys that are going to be in the top 12 after tonight.
That 4 and that 41 are hooked up.
There's Lori, yeah. Watching it on the big screen. It looks great. That's awesome, man. How big's the screen there, Lori? Boy, Len McNeese went backwards really quick. That upper line, they didn't have enough cars working up there. Him and John Johnson fall way back. The battle going on up in the front is it's heating up.
Fell back to 12th and 13th.
Yes. Well, I paid for my whole seat, and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, Ken. Do I get a discount because I'm only sitting on the edge of it? Whitaker to the high side, trying to slow the progress of that upper line. And what they're doing here is they're going to control this front line. See the 2 teammates, Chris Whitaker and Chris Akers. Those 2 working together to control the front row.
Oh, Jesse Unruh, they're getting antsy back there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave Anderson's about to take a look here. It looks like, yeah, him and Jesse
There they
Unruh go to the outside.
wide.
They're hoping
Need
to get
some help.
Bondo Code coming up there with them. Len McNeese back there with Todd Poston. If they can get a run, they might be able to catch up to them guys. Man, I'm telling you, it stays steady, and man, the aero push around these cars has got to be horrendous right now.
Somebody down below the yellow. They're 4 wide.
Oh, yeah,
going
Mark
into the
Mann.
travel.
Mark Mann
Wow.
down there. Oh,
That
my
could have
God.
been ugly.
Oh, yes. Almost contacted with Daniel Harrington. And Chris Whitaker still in control. Him and David Anderson. High side. Coming to get the white flag this time by, folks. If they don't bring out a caution and we hit the white flag, the race is going to be on from there. Who's going to win it? We will not go into overtime if they can get to the white flag. I'm telling you what, the way these guys are weaving around back in that pack, I don't know.
It looks pretty iffy.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to find out here in the next couple hundred feet. Oh my gosh, Whitaker trying to come out on top here tonight.
200 miles an hour coming to the stripe. Yep. There it is, white flag.
All right, race will be over now. If any wrecking goes on back there, there will not be any cautions. Whitaker powering by on the inside. Big push. Oh, they're the wrecking. They're wrecking back there.
Behind the pack.
But no caution.
Going into turn 3, Chris Whitaker in the middle lane is leading.
Oh,
they
man.
dropped to the
Oh,
bottom.
wow. Chris Akers almost got took out there, and he is going to get taken out. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. And it's going. Chris
Tumbling
Whitaker.
end over end. Oh, my goodness.
Russell Hancock right there behind him. Is it going to be a drag race to the line? Is Hancock going to get it? It's going to be close. Man, I'm telling you, Chris Whitaker got it by 11 one-thousandths of a second. Unbelievable. Let's go back and take another look at that.
Daniel Holloway from 19th to 3rd. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm on Whitaker right here. You can see they were wrecking behind him, so that kind of put just these two to battle it out here all the way to the end. And Russell Hancock looks to the inside or the outside, then the inside, and Chris Whitaker trying to judge whatever way he's going, and it's going to be this close at the line, folks. Amazingly close. Holy smokes.
From the bumper to the middle of his tire. That's less than a quarter panel.
Yep.
That's how close it was.
Right there is the finish, man. I'm telling you, look at that. 11 one-thousandths of a second. Unbelievable. Somebody just poked me. Okay, Russell Hancock's mic is not working, so we won't be able to talk to Russell. Okay. Well, I didn't even see Russell in here. If he's in here, I missed him. But let's get Whitaker up here. All right. Hold on, folks. We'll get these guys up here. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Chris Whitaker. You were in a dire need situation here to bring home a win tonight. You did it, brother, and this locks you into the next round. Tell me about that finish battling with Russell Hancock.
Man, Russell Hancock is a heck of a driver, is all I could do to stand back there. I can't believe I got this win. I needed it. It coming at the perfect time. I can't thank my teammates enough, Daniel Holloway and Daniel Harrington and Chris Akers. Man, these guys worked with me all night and kept me in a place where I needed to be at.
I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a race out there. You were back and forth. A lot of guys tried the outside line. They just could not get a bunch of guys up there to work with. Now, Chris Akers and I think Daniel Holloway, Brandon Herndon, those guys worked up on that high side, and it seemed to work pretty good. But boy, with the pushing and the overheating effect of these cars now, and it takes longer for them to cool off, how much did that change your strategies out there?
Well, it was pretty much, you got to rely on your teammates or someone to push you up on the outside to get up front, and then you got to get out of the way so they can get some fresh air. So it really it plays a big part in your strategy. You can't stay in front of anybody too long. You gotta give them their air.
Right. Yeah, we've seen that. We even seen a couple of guys trying that leapfrog thing. Where the guy in the front, when the guy in second pushing, he gets hot. The guy in the front goes to the back of that pack, and we've seen that at the beginning of the race when you guys were so spread out there. But man, I'll tell you, this win bittersweet for you tonight. This is great, man. It locks you into the next round. And what's your expectations next week at Daytona for the first round?
Hopefully a win. I've got great teammates, and we're all working together to make sure that we move up in each round. And then I guess at the end of the series, we're just going to race it out.
Well, that's good. That's a good one, man. I'll tell you what. That's a great strategy to have. All right. Well, who you got to thank for this win here tonight?
You, Rudy at MaxSpeedTV, NSRA, John Johnson. You've got my teammates, Daniel Harrington, Daniel Holloway, Chris Akers. Those guys are great. Best team out here. I just want to thank those guys from the bottom of my heart for the win. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll catch you next week, and congrats again on your win.
All right. Thanks, Rudy.
All right. Unfortunately, we won't be able to talk to second place here, Russell Hancock, because his mic is not working. So congratulations to him for grabbing second place here tonight. What a fantastic effort right at the end there, Wayne, to try to battle with Chris Whitaker. I mean, he was actually pushing him coming off of turn 4, and when all that wreckage happened there behind him, he went to the high side, he come back to the low side, and stayed right on it. And man, I'll tell you what, great job there, 11/1000th of a second. So congratulations to Russell. All right, you got third place there.
Yes, sir. Daniel Holloway. Man, great run, 19th to 3rd. That was some exciting racing.
Heck yeah, I love it. Especially from the rear, going to the front. Hershey Kisses the Candy Shack, boy. It's got some horsepower.
I tell you, it was a great race to watch. I mean, the pit stops, that first set of pit stops, both groups of cars just absolutely went in hot and spinning and wrecking and banging and beating on each other. But then the second time, everybody had a pretty decent pit stop, but the field was broken into half. The second pack was 15 seconds back, and then people back there sure needed that caution when it came out.
Yeah, sure did. I hate to see cautions. That was a good run in there. Green stop, pit stops, it's an easy mistakes to make. A little mistake can cost you seconds on a track, and you got to be in and out smooth and quick as you can. And great teammates. I know Akers at the beginning there got into trouble, didn't hit nobody, but somebody spun in front of him and lost him. And so it was just me and Whitaker up front, and then every time we pitted, we were ahead of the pack with everybody. So him and I was just hitting our marks and kept on going.
It was great watching you guys in the teams working together. The aero change that they made this past week, the front cars seemed to be pretty stable, but the cars behind there were moving around.
Kind of cut off of there at the last second, but I was pretty smooth behind somebody, especially in that third lane, and I was pushing Whitaker, pushed JD at the beginning, and that third line, to me, didn't feel any difference as far as that. I didn't know there was a aerial update, but
Wayne, your mic is wigged out again. I don't know what you did the last time to fix it.
All right, is that better?
There you go.
Yeah, there you are.
All right, but yeah, it was exciting to watch Daniel. And how close were you on fuel at the end before that last caution came out?
It had plenty, especially if we had 15 to go, but those 2 cautions, I had plenty enough for a green white checker at least, maybe 2, but strategy and what an ending to that. That last lap I was trying to save enough to where it wasn't overheating to push Acres, but apparently I was getting too hot and couldn't do anything. Those 2 high side lines started making a move, and then all of a sudden they started wrecking, and I just kind of hold it straight and then praying not to be in it, and next thing you know it, I'm sitting in third.
Well, congratulations. You want to thank your sponsors and anybody else?
Yeah, I forgot about the sponsor tonight, Candy Shack boys. You guys, DR or not DR? Yeah, my bad. Max Speed, NSRA, great league as far as in here. Playoffs is a different story, so everybody resets, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna get more intense, and it's gonna be great.
Well, the next 3 weeks should be very exciting, from 12 to 8 to 4, and that championship race is going to be something you don't want to miss, folks.
No.
No, you don't, because anything can happen.
Well, Daniel, make sure you get all your friends in chat next week, because Wayne's giving away another hero card there from Bobby Allison. So make sure you get all your friends in there to say hello and say they want that card, and he'll draw and give it away.
Sounds good. I'll let everybody know. Try to get the word out for Sunday nights.
Right. Okay, Daniel. Congrats again, and we'll see you next week. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in there, Wayne, but
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Thanks, guys, and just want to say congrats, Chris. Good win, bud.
All right. Let's talk to John Johnson here. We didn't get to talk to Russell Hancock because he finished second, but John, man, what an up and down day for you, and you wound up pulling out a 4th place finish out of that. Tell me about it.
Man, Rudy, I'm mean up and down, and everything went pretty good. Didn't get caught up in anything till right there and then. I swear I ghosted through somebody to come out with that top 4 finish, but it was like a highway out there. I was going left, right, inside lane, outside lane, trying to find one that would move, and just happy and pleased I was able to be there at the end for a 4th.
Well, you almost caught Daniel Holloway for that 3rd place finish. I mean, it was very, very, very close. 4 1,000ths of a second was separated you two when crossing the line. That's how close you were. I mean, like the paint on the splitter. Paint picking up.
Yeah, 10-4. I was trying to side draft all I could to slow him down a little bit there, but it just didn't work for me, and he was able to pull that off. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you, it was a lot of fun racing tonight. Great race.
Did you happen to see what happened in that big wreck? I mean, I don't know. Did somebody get into somebody, or don't you really want to say because you don't want to call somebody out?
Not really. I just I seen the wobble. I don't know who got into who, and I just held on and tried to dodge them. You know what I mean? So,
yep. But close your eyes and let go, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, who you got to thank for your 4th place here?
NSRA for sure. Of course, you guys, Rudy, you and Wayne there, MaxSpeedTV, y'all do awesome. I thank JDS Motorsports, Doug Johnson, my brother, J.R. Johnson, one of our teammates, Tim Williams, and Sean Wilder. All them boys getting out there practicing with us and working hard to get JDS Motorsports up here as close as we can to the front anyway.
All right. Well, I'm not really sure how the points are all going to come out here tonight, but you might have locked yourself into the next round. I don't know. I guess we'll find out after the points are updated. So. But congratulations to you on 4th, and you guys go to Daytona next week for the 1st round. If you're in the chase, which we don't know yet, if you're in the chase, you have anything planned up?
Yeah, to win. I hope I'm in. Yeah, I hope I'm in the chase. I was in it last season, and unfortunately got took out in the 1st or 2nd race. I can't remember what it was, so I didn't get too far into it there. So maybe we can turn it around this year, or this season rather. And I wanted to say hats off to Chris. I mean, what else can you say? That's a driving guy right there. Good win to him, and we appreciate everything y'all do.
I know it. Yeah, he needed that win too, because he was back there right on the the bubble of possibly not making it into the chase. So with that win, that locks them in. So, all right, John, well, congrats tonight and good luck next week, brother.
Hey, thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it, Wayne. Y'all have a good weekend, or a good week, rather.
All right, you too.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's run down through the final results here.
Rudy, before we do that, I was looking at the back of the pack. Les Levy got into Russell McCarron, who got into the 31, and that's what caused that big wreck on, toward the end of the race there. So,
okay, all right, thank you. All right, Whitaker coming home with the win here tonight. Russell Hancock, man, 11 1,000ths of a second. That was pretty amazing. And then we had almost a tie for third there. Daniel Holloway and John Johnson. Daniel beats him by 4 1,000ths of a second after that wreck there. Peter Bailey in fifth. Daniel Harrington finishes sixth place. Mark Mann seventh. Len McNeese eighth. Pondo Co ninth. And Donald Bennett rounds out the top 10. Wayne?
11th is Jesse Unruh. 12th, Les Levy. 13th, Roy Grande. 14th, Douglas Johnson. 15th, Todd Poston. 16th, J.D. Crow. 17th, Russell McCarron. 18th, David Anderson. 19th is Matthew Grobelny. 20th is J.R. Johnson.
All right, Brandon Herndon finishing 21st. Stephen Herman 22nd. Chris Akers 23rd. Sean Wilder 24th. Tim Williams 25th. Gary Whitmer 26th. And Jason Kinzer 27th, rounding out the field. Ben Peterson was actually officiating, apparently. I don't know that for sure, but apparently. All right, well, congratulations again to our winner here, Chris Whitaker. And they go to Daytona next week, Wayne. It's going to be exciting. We'll have to. I can't wait to see who the top 12 are going to be. I don't know if they've got the points done yet, but it'll be exciting for sure. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. Appreciate it very much. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if it's your first time here. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Wayne, thank you so much for helping tonight. I can't say how much I appreciate it.
Well, I enjoy it, Rudy. You're a great broadcast partner. Exciting league. And folks, next week, first week of the playoffs, don't miss it.
Yep, definitely. And for a chance for that hero card, that's going to be pretty awesome. All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching tonight. We appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe and have a good night.